What's going on, Baylor family? I'm here with Baylor senior defensive lineman Elinus Noel. How's it going, Elinus?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing?
Awesome. Doing all right. Doing all right. So I got to ask you, just to start things off here, you transferred to Baylor out of the transfer portal from Texas Southern this offseason. I guess take me through like your decision to leave Texas Southern and then also what drew you to Baylor.
So I just say, like, when I visited Baylor, it was more of a home type of feeling. Coach Aranda came up, blunt, and told me, what it was going to be, where he was going to put me into the defense, and talking to Coach Noakes, him explaining to me, how big of an asset I could be on the team. Um, And another thing, like I'm more of a homesick type of guy, so I'm right there from Louisiana. A lot of other offers that I had was, way too far from home. So, being here in Baylor, then I have family right outside in Dallas, so I felt like it was a perfect fit.
Nice. And you mentioned Coach Noakes, Enoki Brechterfield. What's it been like kind of getting to learn from him and just, what are some of the things that he's really helped you to grow your game?
Now he's been a great coach. Actually, one of the best defensive line coaches in the country. Um, and really, I feel like he helped me establish my game more professionally than have I ever been. Really toned in on the little things, because the little things that be able to make you have. I mean, the little things that help you make big plays. So, talking to Coach Noakes and getting coached from you know uh, um, a hard nosed coach, like, it helped me a lot.
So I know kind of your snaps had kind of gone up and down initially, but then over these last, I guess, 4 games, it's kind of really evened out and you've gotten about 40 every single game. What's that kind of strategy like with, how much you're on the field, how much you're off the field? What's that kind of game planning like game to game?
So it really it really depends on who we playing. If they're more of a hard running team, then you'll probably see more noses in the game. I'm not just gonna say, speaking for myself, but noses in general. But like, games like when we're expecting for them to throw the ball a lot more, then you're gonna see two interior defensive linemen, and then like two outside jacks, or that situation. So it's really the game plan, I say.
So this is the first year Dave Aranda has been the full-time defensive coordinator. What's like his mindset? What's he like when he's, telling you what plays you're running and game planning through the week? What kind of defense coordinator is he?
He's smart. He's smart, and I say that any day out the week. If you run it the way he says it, is going to be a TFL. It's going to be a sack. It's going to be an interception. It's going to be something like that. But I say, like, if you don't, then it'll be a big play that'll be made. So it's one of those defense where you really gotta, like, the guys that's on the field really gotta know what they're doing, and yeah, I mean, that's really about it. He's a real intelligent guy. And he's true. He's true to himself, and he's truthful to you. He's never going to like sugarcoat anything. Like, if you're messing up, he's going to tell you, and if you're doing good, he's going to tell you. So I really like that about Coach Randa, because personally, I wouldn't want a coach coaching me that tell me one thing, and then he feeling something else inside.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Y'all had this kind of really weird stretch early in the season where you're losing some close games, some games I'm sure y'all felt like you should have won. And then it turns around to the bye week. And it feels like a lot of things have shifted since then. What was the bye week like? Like, was there something said? Was there just a renewed energy, a renewed focus, anything like that?
Well, I mean, it was a lot of things said throughout the whole season, and I wouldn't be able to really just much tell
Yeah.
you everything that was said. But, really, it got to a point where, like, we have to win. Like, we need to learn how to win, and we need to learn. And just like you said, there was a lot of close games that we should have won, and we ended up giving to the other team. Uh, and like, when we watch the film, what we call Tell the Truth Monday, we'll watch the film, and it'll show, like, in the beginning of the season, we'll start we'll start off really slow and then play catch up. In the second half, the defense stop, like for example, BYU, they only scored 3 points the second half. And the most yards they had that second half was the fake punt return.
Hmm.
Literally, like it was a shutdown, a shutout. But if we was able to start like that, we would have beat BYU, and BYU is top 10 right now in the country. You know, the same thing with Colorado. We had Colorado, um, and we gave it up. So it got to the point where we had to start fast and finish strong, and that's what we really toned in on, being able to start fast every quarter. And even if we're up, like when we played Texas Tech, even if we're up by 30 something points, like you need to stay strong, like don't worry about the scoreboard. Like even when we was up, the coaches were still fussing at us, like screaming, like making sure like we're staying locked in. We're not messing with the crowd, anything, looking at the scoreboard, or celebrating too early, because Colorado, we thought we had the win, and they had that crazy Hail Mary, and they ended up winning that game. So being able to tone in on starting fast and finishing strong, yeah, that's really about it.
Coach Caleb Collins told us a little bit earlier in the week. He mentioned that even after that Tech game, which y'all won by 24, and really it felt like a 30-point win, that they weren't happy with the performance, and the coaches felt it. Did the players feel that as well? Like,
Yeah,
man,
no,
we let it get away.
yeah, we definitely felt it. That fourth quarter, we ended up giving two more TDs when we could have held them under 21 points. So yeah, that wasn't a good feeling. Yeah, happy to get the dub on an away game, to show that we can still turn this season around. But yeah, like that explains it right there. Like not getting too comfortable. You know, like even if we're up, anything can happen, because it felt like they scored them last two touchdowns like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was definitely a lesson to be learned, even though we had the win, but that was a lesson to be learned.
So I got to ask you about that BYU game. You
Mhm.
got the interception, and you're about to start running down that field. What made you decide to pitch it to KT on that play?
Okay, so honest. So when we played Utah, and literally when I caught the interception, so it was actually surprising that the ball even fell right there. Like it was amazing to me. Like I really had the ball in my hand. There's
Yeah.
actually a picture where my eyes got really big, and I'm like, wow, the ball's in my hand. But no, we was in film after Utah, and I think we had a blocked field goal, and it was like the end of the second half or something like that. And Matt Jones had the ball, but while he was running on the sideline, he was getting tackled, and Snacks was on side of him, like asking to pitch the ball. If he would have pitched it, that'd have been extra 2 points, 3 points, whatever
Hmm.
it would have been, right? So when I caught the ball, that's like that right there was like a flash in my head. So while I'm falling, I seen KT. It's like fourth quarter, we're down by like a touchdown or something like that, or whatever it might have been. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, we need to score. I think the offense just went three and out, back to back or something like that. I can't remember. So, it was quick. A lot of people ask me what was I thinking. Really, I wasn't thinking. It's just I had that flash memory of, pitch the ball, try to get a TD. So, that's what I did. I'm actually happy that he caught it, because it would have been crazy to catch the interception and then fumble and get a ball right back up. That'd have been crazy. But yeah, I'm glad he caught the ball. That's all I say.
Yeah. For sure. So I know this season is, still far from over, but how happy have you been with your decision to come to Baylor?
It's been a great decision. Baylor has a excellent academics here. So that'd be a great degree to have. The football team has accepted me. Like I was, like I've been there all 4 years. So I'm really locked in with a lot of the guys on the team. The coaches are very personal. I say even after football practice and stuff like that, like they're still keeping conversation, asking about your family, you know, asking how you're doing, mentally, physically, stuff like that. So yeah, no, I feel like this was a great choice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Elinus. And hey, good luck this week. Big one on Saturday against TCU.
Yes, sir. Thank you.